Friendo, Steve here.
Hey, Larson.
And welcome back to Going in Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to. On today's episode, WWE is in panic mode. Triple H might just be sweating bullets over these Wrestlemania. I got energy today, Larson. It's Friday.
I know. You got enough energy to drop a Megadeth reference. Wow.
Sweating bullets. Hello, me. It's me again.
Hello, me. It's me again.
Ticket sales are down again. And so that's what the deal. Apparently there's an emergency all hands on deck meeting because ticket sales are down. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about, I know he's out of favor with a lot of people again today, Dave Meltzer, those other guys, but the Wrestling Observer newsletter is out and it's got the Wrestling Observer Awards.
Correct, for the year 2025. So we're going to react to those. And Steve's, I haven't looked at anything outside of Wrestler of the Year, so Steve's going to quiz me on some of these.
Honestly, it's kind of just like a trip down memory lane for some of these, especially my favorite category, most disgusting promotional tactics.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So we're going to have some fun with that as well on today's show, and we're going to answer a bunch of your questions. But first, emergency meeting, all hands on deck. Panic. Hit the panic buttons, Jim Cramer.
Yeah, apparently. So this comes to us from WrestleVotes Radio on Fightful Select. They had a report yesterday about a multi-department meeting at WWE headquarters to address the lackluster, underwhelming, well below projections. I think it was like 18% below projections or something like that. I don't know why that number sticks in my head. For WrestleMania 42, this is what the report had to state. Quote, all departments have been tasked with promotions and strategies to boost ticket sales and momentum heading into the event. The report adds that adjusting ticket prices is one strategy that is not currently being considered. And ticket prices are up in comparison to last year. So, speaking of ticket sales, yesterday WrestleTix updated the sales numbers for nights 1 and 2 of WrestleMania. Saturday night's event has sold thus far 37,799 tickets, while Sundays has moved 37,654. WrestleVotes Radio on Fightful Select noted that at this point last year, WWE had sold roughly 10,000 more tickets per night for WrestleMania 41. Before we get into some more from Dave Meltzer, let's talk about this emergency, panicked, multi-department, all hands on deck meeting to address piss-poor ticket sales. All right, if they're not going to lower prices for the tickets, which are astronomically priced.
Yes.
In terms of promotions, marketing, what more can they really do? I mean, they rely so much on the WrestleMania brand to just kind of sell itself.
Well,
it's like the Super Bowl. People go to the Super Bowl to go to the Super Bowl. And if your team's in it, that's great. Because people will, go out of the way, obviously, to go to the Super Bowl if their team's participating in the game. But a lot of people just go to the Super Bowl to go to the Super Bowl.
I feel like this time last year, there were probably, I'd have to go back and look, but I suspect that there were more concrete plans that had been advertised for WrestleMania.
Well,
the directions.
Last year we had Jay and Charlotte winning the Rumble. When was Chamber last year? Because that's when things really started to crystallize.
Was it on the 1st of March? I want to say it was on the 1st of March.
So at this point, it was March 1.
Okay.
At this point last year, I don't know if we necessarily knew that much more.
So, yeah, I mean, that's why I sort of pushed on that. But so Jay had won. It was kind of clear we're getting Jay Gunther. Charlotte had won. It's clear we're getting Charlotte. And, similar to this year, well, Liv hasn't made a decision yet. We know it's going to be back here. I get that. But that story's still up in the air. You got, obviously, we got Punk versus Roman. Biggest main event in WrestleMania history is what they're billing it as. Last year, Jay versus Gunther. Yeah, we were both saying this is going to be a mid-card world championship match. But I'm pretty sure we were under the assumption that Cena was going to win
the Chamber,
the Chamber,
face Cody. Yeah, that made all the sense in the world.
And then face Cody. You had, I mean, just from the perspective of how big the main event of WrestleMania was going to be Cody versus Cena for number 17 in Cena's last year. He had not turned heel yet. That happened at the Chamber.
Yes.
That I feel like, dude, and I don't know, all we have to go off of maybe your vibes, I don't know, is that the stakes of that match feel bigger than the stakes of Punk versus Roman. Am I wrong in that?
No,
thinking?
you're not, because you have the fact that Cena's on his retirement tour. I'm not even counting the heel turn, because at this point last year we didn't know that the heel turn was going to be an actual thing. You know,
yeah.
I think there was some speculation, perhaps, that maybe, hey, why not do it now? About the possibility of maybe him doing it. But we, once Jay won the Rumble, we were like, all right, he'll face Gunther, and then Cena will face Cody.
Mm-hmm.
So you have Cena going for number 17, plus the retirement tour. Of course, later on, you add the heel turn aspect of it. You just have Cody holding that title for a year after finishing his own story. How is that going to play into his feud with Cena? I understand what you're saying in terms of that felt like there was more kind of lockdown last year as opposed to this year, where this year there feels like there's basically nothing locked down except for Punk and Roman.
Oh, the other thing. Okay, well, the other thing to keep in mind, I don't remember exactly how this started, but a week from now or a week from tomorrow, I should say, is the 1-year anniversary of Cody. I want your soul. Be mine, Cody. The Rock's promo, and you get the final boss involved. There's going to be increased interest.
He announced the WrestleMania was going to be in New Orleans.
That was on the Netflix one, wasn't it?
No, I thought it was the same night as the Cody thing.
Where was it? Oh! He announced that this year's thing. Okay, yeah.
He said that Mania 42 was going to be in New Orleans.
Okay.
Then I think he segued to the Cody thing.
Okay.
I believe.
Regardless, you get The Rock involved, and I don't remember if The Rock was advertised to be showing up in advance, which might have boosted ticket sales on it. He did do the Netflix thing, so maybe the idea was, people might think that Rock's involved, but I don't know. I feel like I'll put it this way. I feel like there's been so much chatter this year about we don't know what's going on at WrestleMania, and I don't remember that from last year. And I'm just, again, sort of basing that off my general memory.
No, I understand. I mean, I guess in terms of things that have been actually confirmed, kind of.
It's a bigger story this year that, like, nobody knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, because I think there is the lack of stories of magnitude being told on WWE television right now. Partly that's because of injuries. I imagine if some injuries hadn't happened, maybe we wouldn't necessarily be having this conversation, at least in terms of a lack of creative direction from, kind of a large overview of WWE. But, I would suspect some aspects they're kind of in a holding pattern, waiting to see if Bianca is going to be cleared. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Seth getting hurt probably derailed a lot of stuff that had a trickle-down effect on other matches on the card.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's talk about what Dave has to say here, and then we can get back to the ticket price aspect of it. So in this week's Observer newsletter, Meltzer talked about frustration within WWE Creative over constantly shifting creative plans leading to Mania, and how ticket prices might play into all this.
And by the way, like I understand that Meltzer is sort of like he's feeling the heat right now over the whole WBD thing, and we get that. But this is part of the conversation. I think a lot of what he has to say here in the newsletter is, number one, not like, inside sources say. It's more just like pretty well-educated information about why ticket sales could be down beyond lack of creative. And
Yes.
it's kind of obvious stuff, but we're going to talk about it anyways.
Exactly. So he says the decline in ticket sales was said to be the reason the entire card was being evaluated, combined with many in creative having different opinions on direction. There was frustration because they had a game plan in place, and it was then changed to a new game plan, and now we could and likely will have other changes. One person involved noted that at this point, they really should be sticking to the plans because the plans are good. The reality is the ratings declines are largely based on loss of cable homes and changes at Nielsen, and live attendance, while not sold out every week, is still on the high side based on history, and ticket prices are significantly up. Where this is weird is that at this point, the ticket sales for the show have nothing to do with the card itself, because aside from the Sunday main event, which has not even been announced for Sunday, nothing is announced.
Okay, that's kind of a contradictory statement, though, because, or maybe not contradictory, but aside from the, one person involved said plans were good. I don't know about all that. I'm not taking any of the insider source stuff anymore, without, some amount of skepticism.
Yeah.
But the ticket sales for the show have nothing to do with the card itself, because aside from the Sunday main event, nothing is announced. That is sort of backwards logic right there, because ticket prices being low could absolutely have something to do with the card not being announced. You know what I mean? Like, people aren't excited because what are we supposed to be excited about? So I do think that the card, the nothing being announced, he's saying people aren't rejecting the show because of what has been announced. It's entirely possible they are rejecting it because nothing has been announced and there's nothing to get excited over and nothing to be like, oh, this has been announced, I'm buying tickets. He's saying the inverse is true, that people aren't revolting against a bad card announcement. And I think that's, you know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying here, right?
I mean, I think there might be a little bit of both, and that some people will go to WrestleMania, just go to WrestleMania.
Right, yeah.
They put the tickets on sale so far in advance from any build happening for the card.
Yeah.
That for people that want to go to WrestleMania just to go to WrestleMania, bang, there's your opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, there's probably people that'll wait to see how the card shakes out. Is there something that I feel like I need to be there for, or really want to be there for?
The next paragraph here, I'll read this one because I think this is totally true. He says the slower ticket sales, and it's WrestleMania and still months away, and I expect in the end a sellout or near sellout, is largely due to the pricing of the tickets. A secondary reason is that tourism is down in Las Vegas. The decline in tourism is why Las Vegas gave WWE such a great deal for a second WrestleMania. That part is interesting, that they went over and above because, oh man, the Las Vegas down bad.
I mean, they already announced WrestleMania was going to be in New Orleans the previous weekend, so Vegas really had to swoop in with a
big deal,
number to get Mania,
This next part is, he says, the last numbers available from December showed a 9.2% decrease from the prior December, with the biggest decline being a 23% decline from Canada. Due to the political situation, people from several countries, Canada being one of them, but Europe also being a key, are simply not interested in coming to the United States.
I have some more numbers here this is from a Reuters article, I believe. Yes. About overall international tourism to the United States.
Yeah.
It's down about 6%. Even though worldwide tourism spending is up nearly 7%.
Oh, wow. So that's like kind of a net decrease of like 13% right there. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. So Dave continues here, says, but the point of all this is that the card as planned, which nobody knows to begin with, is not the reason ticket sales are down. Is the company not as hot as it was 1 year ago? Yes. It's not mostly sellouts at arenas this year. And the cool factor of starting on Netflix in early 2025 is normalized, but attendance is still very high. And even when the business itself isn't at a peak, the spectacle of WrestleMania is such that it does well. Still does well. Based on that, I think if WWE is asking the question, the answer is simple. It's the price of tickets.
I think it's a conglomeration of tickets, tourism being down, the international thing, thanks to U.S. leader, is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
And I think nothing to be excited about on a card that hasn't largely been announced yet. And storylines that aren't even necessarily clear. This one, I'm really curious to get your thoughts on this one. So he sort of talks about how right now the idea is Jade Cargill's opponent hasn't been determined.
Yeah, this is from WrestleVotes Radio. Yeah.
Okay, so WrestleVotes Radio says it's either going to be Charlotte Flair or Tiffany Stratton. Those are the pitches currently in contention.
Those are two of the pitches. Yeah.
Right. I don't know. I mean, they've teased Jade and Charlotte so many times, but they got a good thing going with Charlotte right now. I don't know if they want to copy paste what they did last year with the Stratton.
It just feels like they're waiting to see if Bianca's going to be available.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
To face Jade at Mania.
This next one
makes the most sense.
This next one is weird though, because I did not see this happening. And again, right now, I don't know how to take this given that it's Dave Meltzer.
Yeah.
But he says Brock Lesnar's creative direction could also be in flux.
I wrote that part.
What's that? Oh, okay. This is okay. Here's the actual quote. Okay.
Yeah.
The Brock Lesnar direction for Raw is likely to be teased at the February 23rd Raw in Atlanta when he returns. There was a tease at the Rumble of Obafemi, and after the Rumble, we were only told that it was not a sure thing yet. We do know that in the lineup in late January for the show, Lesnar was listed as facing LA Knight.
Do you remember who eliminated Brock Lesnar from the Rumble, Steve?
Was it LA Knight?
It was Cody and LA Knight.
Oh, okay.
They made such a deal about the stare downs between Oba and Brock that it made it pretty clear that's going to be the focus, or could be the focus.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess I don't know, but LA Knight won't win that match.
No.
So I don't see what it does for him.
I mean, dude, let me put it this way. If LA Knight beats Brock Lesnar with a BFT, if that happens, that's huge for LA Knight.
Yeah.
And that might be the kind of thing that eases the fans' trepidation over, are they going to push LA Knight or they're not going to push him? It's a big-ass win, beating Brock Lesnar.
Absolutely.
What would you put his odds right now?
He would not win that match, though.
Maybe? He doesn't?
No.
Triple H has Brock Lesnar beat LA Knight.
Yeah.
Why? So he's a bigger deal for Gunther when Gunther retires him?
Yeah.
But LA Knight right now is being punished. LA Knight, here's the thing. It doesn't do anything for Brock Lesnar, though.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't do anything for Brock. The only thing that works here is LA Knight wins. That does a lot for LA Knight. That does a lot for LA Knight.
Yeah.
Going the other way, Lesnar up does nothing for anybody.
They might think, all right, Lesnar up, but the Vision costs LA Knight the match.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, Lesnar was Vision adjacent at War Games.
Kind of, yeah.
He was on Team Vision.
Yeah, and Heyman went out with Brock for his entrance at the Rumble.
I don't want to see LA Knight anywhere near Brock Lesnar.
I don't either. I think that's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I think Oba up over Brock, clean, is the way to go.
Hopefully, for Dave's sake, on Unreal, we'll see in the background a whiteboard with Lesnar versus LA Knight.
Yeah, I hope so.
I hope that. I want that for Dave Meltzer. I want him to get back up on top.
I do too. Definitely. Yeah. Because Dave was off on the WBD thing. But there's been times where he's gotten it right too. So
yeah. No, there is. There 1,000% is, and people can't be. I've seen this in our comments about as soon as they mention Dave Meltzer, I tune out. Okay, cool, tune out. Because the guy has been right about plenty of stuff recently.
He has.
So
he has. I'm not looking to defend Dave by any stretch of the imagination.
Call it like it is. Call it like it is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Anyways, hey, dude, earlier I noticed you were drinking some coffee, Larson.
Well, it's tea, but close enough.
Yeah, so I'm guessing you're tired again.
You know me pretty well, don't you? I am tired.
All right, man. I thought I might be able to help you with that because this episode of Going in Raw is sponsored by Brooklyn Betting. So, Larson, go ahead. Tell me one more time. Why this time are you tired now?
All right. I mean, this is a different day, same thing, Tired. I'm always tired. Can't never seem to wake up feeling rested and refreshed. I toss and I turn all night long. My neck still really is acting up of late. Maybe that's part of it. Or maybe it's just part of getting old. I hear you sleep less when you get older. Or maybe this bed right here and I just aren't a good match.
Well, sadly, I can't talk to Father Time and see what he can do to help you get younger. If I could, I'd have him do that for me. But I may be able to help you find a better mattress. Brooklyn Betting knows that sleep isn't one size fits all, which is why they offer handcrafted mattresses for every size and every body, even hard to find sizes. And if you're not sure which mattress is right for you, you can take Brooklyn Betting's sleep quiz and find your ideal match in under 2 minutes. Just last year, we got my kid Devin an Aurora Lux cooling mattress from Brooklyn Betting, and he's been sleeping like a dream ever since. And Larson.
What?
You said this earlier. Your neck is always giving you issues.
Always.
Well, Brooklyn Betting is one of the few mattress brands endorsed by the American Chiropractic Association for spinal alignment and back health. Did you hear me? I said spinal.
Yeah, even through this pain in my neck that I just got here, I heard spinal.
Spinal.
So go to brooklynbetting.com and use our promo code RAW at checkout to get 30% off site-wide. This offer is not available anywhere else. That's brooklynbetting.com, promo code RAW for 30% off site-wide. Support our show and let them know we sent you after checkout. brooklynbetting.com, promo code RAW. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Real quick here. What's it going to take for WWE to say, because this would be a huge pie in the face eating crow moment for them, for WWE to say, we got to lower ticket prices, we got to do some sort of deals on tickets for WrestleMania. I would imagine it's going to take something steep for them to make that push, because it's kind of, especially after dude said that, you know, they need to increase ticket yields.
Yeah.
You know, that it would take something major for them to even consider something like that. That would be, I would assume, the last resort to try to get sales.
Yeah. My assumption is this, that TKO has some sort of relatively savvy, no doubt AI-driven system by which they would calculate this is what we benefit from lowering ticket prices significantly. This is what we benefit, you know, by keeping them up this amount and simply putting more money into advertising. I suspect, like Dave says in the newsletter, I suspect they're going to get to a number that they're pretty happy with, because they just put more resources into doing that. They've also done the thing where there's a 50-mile no broadcast radius outside of Allegiant. So within 50 miles of Allegiant, they're not going to be doing the, you know, broadcast events at bars and restaurants,
movie
and
theaters,
shit like
stuff
that.
like
Movie
that,
theaters, yeah, stuff like that.
And there's another thing too, in the newsletter, Dave mentioned that there's a convention in town, I think for the National Association of Broadcasters,
yeah,
which has already jacked up hotel room prices in Vegas. It's happened that same weekend.
Yeah.
And you know, if it's not just a combination of dealing with the travel aspect, having to pay outrageous ticket prices, but then having to pay outrageous prices for a room somewhere if you're traveling in to Vegas. I mean, we've said for the longest time, WWE will continue to raise their ticket prices, but at a certain point, there's going to be a tipping point where people will be like, I'm not going to pay that much for this.
Yeah, I don't think we would see that with WrestleMania unless it was really dramatic. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Vegas thing is interesting because, as was noted in the newsletter, they don't expect a lot of people from Vegas to be attending this. If this is New Orleans, then yeah, there would be a significant group of people coming from outside, but also you're going to have a significant New Orleans population going there. And with Vegas, it's like dependent, not exclusively, obviously, but like heavily dependent on people coming in for it. Yeah, I suspect that they've got their algorithm that they work off of. But I think they'll probably get to the number they want. I think they would have to be significantly worse off now than they are for that to be the case. But eventually, if creative stays the way it is, and it's just not terribly compelling stuff, you know, I mean, Punk versus Roman is the best thing they could do. I mean, that's the biggest match they could do outside of maybe Cody Roman 3. But I suspect Punk Roman
you could put Cody Punk up there as well. As
Cody Punk,
match.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder if part of it too, this is just speculating, and if it is part of it, I wouldn't think it'd be a substantial part of it. Maybe there's a certain amount of, you know, one aspect of having Mania in different cities every year is that for those who on an annual basis travel to Mania, I get to go to a new city or a city I haven't been to in a number of years.
Oh yeah.
A certain level of Las Vegas fatigue with, you know, people who travel to Mania because it just was there last year. Well, I just did Vegas last year. Why would I spend all the money to go again this year? You know,
that wouldn't surprise me. Like, you and I haven't gone to Mania since 33. And that one was in, what was it, Orlando?
Yeah, it's Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando. If I had the opportunity, if we didn't realize that, hey, from a business standpoint, it just makes more sense for us to do this here. If I was somebody who's interested in WrestleMania, for me personally, yeah, that would definitely factor into it. Hey, I've never been to New Orleans before. That sounds awesome. Let's do that. Even from a you and I perspective, hey, we've never done like a meet and greet there or whatever. Let's do that for the New Orleans, friendos. So I could definitely see that playing a role. I would think that when people are thinking, Vegas, the location I think would at least factor into it. Vegas, everything's so expensive there. I don't want to deal with that again. We've already been there.
Yeah.
What else can we do there? There's not much else.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be shocked if that was the case as well. That was the other thing I was going to say. Sorry, I was sitting here thinking like an idiot. Given that Vegas has seemingly plunked down maybe 2x what New Orleans did,
was willing to put down.
Does attendance matter slightly less? Let's say attendance is down 10%, but they got 50% more. Like, I know TKO's greedy. They want all the tickets, right? But, like, wouldn't they still consider it a success because they got that extra location fee to offset?
I was going to bring that up, too, and I think the optics of having a less than sold-out WrestleMania is something they want to avoid. What does Triple H say about WWE?
It's on... He hasn't said it's on fire in a while.
I know, but he did say that, and I think they want to continue with that perception that this is the hottest wrestling promotion in the country.
Yeah, but dude, they do that anyways. Like they just say what they just say.
Oh,
I
know, but if they do a long shot of Allegiant Stadium and a third of it's empty, you could try to say, "Oh, we sold out." Well, I see all the empty seats.
They would, dude. That they would just frame all that shit out.
They would find a way to, yeah.
Yeah, eventually it's going to get to the point. All this AI stuff. Where those long shots, they're just going to have software. They can fill the seats digitally. That's going to happen probably within 5 years.
Yeah.
Probably within 5 years that'll happen.
Yeah.
Which is so dumb. Which is so dumb. But yeah, no, they absolutely will do their damnedest to control that particular narrative.
Oh yeah, they will. They will. They'll if there's chunks of empty seats in the stadium, they'll move people if they can move people to more advantageous positions for production. Yeah.
Like this might not be an issue for a couple of years. They're going to Saudi next year. I don't even know what the attendance/ticket situation is for Saudi shows because Saudi just pays them for the show. I don't know if they then, maybe the information's out there and I simply didn't read it. But dude, does WWE get any of the gate for the Saudi shows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Back when they were selling those things for
ticket prices were like super affordable.
Yeah, they're really affordable, and even on the secondary market, they were marking them up a little bit, but or quite a bit. But a $6 ticket. You think WWE are they going to care about that? They're getting like however many tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
To put it on there, I would think that would offset stuff. So
I would think so too.
You're 1,000% right about they want that perception, but the perception might be the easiest thing to finagle because they can say a fake number and they can control where the cameras are shooting.
To a degree, yeah.
It is funny because after the fact, when I saw the fan footage from the Rumble, and you look at the lit up seats, those were mostly filled. Mm-hmm. Like it looked like they weren't. You and I were sitting there the whole time like, God, those look empty. They did. They looked empty, but I think a lot of those were actually filled.
Well, the same thing happened at Money in the Bank last year when they had it at the Intuit Dome because they have those lights
are horrible
by the seat. And I don't know what it is. Even if the lights are off, it makes the seats all look empty.
It does, yeah.
It's I don't know what it is. It's strange.
It is strange. So yeah, I don't know. At some point, I will say this. Overall, like Dave says, they sold out 15,000 at the Scotia Bank Arena. Is that what it was called? Mm-hmm. Overall, they can still charge a lot of money and still do really well with attendance. But you got to see the trajectory of their creative, the trajectory of the ratings that we see. And I understand that Nielsen did the big data thing. Apparently they've reeled that back, so they're sort of back to normal. Instead of a 900,000 episode SmackDown, we'll see a 1.4 million SmackDown. Not tonight because it's on Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Which
down
is one of
below.
the reasons we're doing a Friday morning show as opposed to a
feel like it's
SmackDown
gonna be
review.
enough.
Maybe well, one way or the other, we'll talk about SmackDown on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually the shows that are not on USA, they put them on Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, they don't necessarily go all out for those shows. So
Yeah. Look, we can do the thing where we did, I think, a couple weeks ago, where you just sort of do some bullet points for what happened on SmackDown. We'll talk about that on Monday for sure because people want to hear our thoughts about it. But yeah, I'm not expecting a big show. Watch The Rock comes back tonight on Sci-Fi.
yeah, I know.
But yeah, the trajectory of their creative is such that unless they start coming up with some really hot shit, and maybe they will with some fresh faces that they've got with Oba, Javon, et cetera, maybe we'll get that a rebound in creative. But if it continues on the trajectory, they're not going to be able. And if there is so much gloom and doom out there about AI replacing every job imaginable. Mm-hmm. If the economy starts to tank, if this bubble bursts, and we actually see that, then people aren't simply not going to be able to afford. You're going to see WWE shows are going to be the first thing that people stop going to.
Yep.
And their list of priorities.
Yep. Hey, while we're on the topic of SmackDown, this is what's happened on SmackDown tonight.
Ooh, SmackDown preview.
We got a couple qualifying matches for the Chamber. You got Cody versus Jacob Fatu versus Sami Zayn.
Oh, that is going to be good. That's going to be interesting.
That's a pretty huge match. You got Alexa versus Julia versus Zelina, another qualifying match. Jade defending the title against Jordan Grace. Rio defending the tag titles against Nia and Lash. And then Rey Fenix versus Trick Williams.
Okay.
So, sounds like there's stuff happening.
Rey Fenix versus Trick Williams.
Yeah, that was set up last week. Remember when Rey Fenix was telling Sammy, hey, you did great at the Rumble?
Yeah.
And then Trick walks up and they start talking trash, and then match was booked because of that.
Didn't Trick who was Trick's first match against on main roster? Didn't he have like a Jesus? Hold on a second. I gotta look.
It was
at this.
literally like probably 5 weeks ago, and we can't remember that.
Oh, let's see here.
It
Williams
was Rey Fenix.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I thought I was tripping.
No, I thought the same thing. I was like, he's wrestled Rey Fenix before.
Bro, I was like, oh crap, am I gonna have another Rey Fenix Dragon Lee mix up?
That was January 9th.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That was a month ago. He already fought Rey Fenix. Why are we doing this?
They thought the match was really good. They want to revisit that.
It was okay. This seems more like a redo. Like, yeah, we got to run that back. It wasn't very good. Let's go ahead and redo this. Trick needs to learn how to keep up with these small, fast guys. We got a bunch of them in the tag division. So, okay. So we're getting that. Yeah,
we're getting that.
Well, there's a couple good qualifying matches.
Yeah. There's some stuff will happen. It'll be interesting to see how the Cody, Jacob, Fatu, Sammy match shakes out.
Yeah.
Apart from Sammy eating the pin, we know that aspect of it.
Pin guy.
Yeah.
He'll be the pin guy tonight. Oh man. Anyways, you want to have some more fun with Dave Meltzer? And
let's do it. Let's talk about these Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards year 2025. There's a lot of categories though.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the whole thing. We're just going to do the fun stuff here.
So while if you need to pull that up, I got right in front of me the Luthez / Ric Flair Award for Wrestler of the Year.
Whoa.
Won by Mystico.
Overwhelmingly.
Yeah,
by
doubled
Mystico.
up the runner-up, which was Hangman Adam Page. Yeah.
Some of this, when I've gone down these categories or these winners and whatnot, I've realized that it's like, you know how like you have an audience and you talk about something so much? Like, for example, if we did a poll or if we did an award thing, like the Friendo Awards, we should probably do that at some point. Oh no, as the time passed for it.
I think every year our enthusiasm for the Friendo Awards dwindles. And this year, I think we might have had half a conversation about it.
But this will be the first year that we didn't do them since like 2015.
Yeah.
Wow. That'd be a bummer. We'll just talk about that a little bit more. All right.
Let's do it as a short on YouTube. Just
there we go. A series of shorts.
No, one short.
A short.
Yeah.
All right. You build your audience and you talk a lot about the things that you like. If we did an award that was like, what's the thing that we love most about wrestling? The number one winner would be the exploration of interpersonal dynamics between the wrestlers.
Or Motor City Machine Guns.
Motor City Machine Gun. Exactly.
Yes, the results of this are definitely a reflection of Dave's
Brian
audience,
Alvarez.
which is a reflection of what Dave puts out there. Yeah.
Because take a guess, Larson. What was the worst weekly wrestling show of the year?
It wasn't Dynamite or Collision.
No.
Well, it was probably SmackDown.
No, it's
NXT.
NXT because Brian Alvarez always talks shit about NXT.
He can't stand NXT.
Can't stand them. Yeah. But I know that you have not looked at shit. Which one were we going to do?
I haven't looked at any of them. You said most overrated or something like that.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Most overrated wrestler of the year. I'm going to get to that here. So just take a second to sort of, oh, here we go. I got him here. Take a second to sort of mull over most overrated. And I'll even help you out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 belong to the Fed.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I would guess that Cody's gonna be on there.
Cody is on here. Yes.
Punk is on there.
Yep. Oh, well, hold on a second. Yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah. Okay, hold on. All right.
So they list the top 10.
All right. Cody Rhodes is number 6. CM Punk is number 2.
So Cody at 6, Punk at 2, huh?
Mm-hmm. I'll give you a small hint for number 1 because it's going to be obvious as day. Who is the IWC just absolutely fucking hate?
Oh, Jey Uso. Number 1.
Jey Uso is number 1.
Is Sammy on there?
Jey Uso cleared everybody else.
Yeah.
No Samuel Zayn.
Sam.
Sami Zayn's not even in the top.
All right. I just know that's someone else the IWC dumps on.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's for his wrestling ability. About Braun Breaker. Is he on there?
Braun Breaker is not on there.
All right, you said 6 from the Fed. I got 3 of them.
7 from the Fed.
Oh, 7 from the Fed.
I think they also appreciate people, men or women, defending their championships.
I was about to mention, is Jade on there?
Jade's number 3 after Jey and Jey Uso and CM Punk.
All right. So no Braun, no Sammy. Is Roman on there?
No Roman Reigns.
Wow, no
Roman Reigns.
Man, 3 wrong already.
Who had the big year last year?
John Cena?
John Cena's on there. John Cena's at number 9. Who, I'll give you another hint here. Who usually gets the worst rated matches in New Japan?
Evil?
Evil is number 4. We don't even cover New Japan, and we know that.
How is he overrated? I think everybody knows what Evil's all about. I don't understand how do you be deemed overrated.
I mean, I kind of feel like this is simply.
This is an opportunity for people to dump on wrestlers. This is what
yes. This is the who do we want to dump on list. Because there might be. I haven't even looked. There's so many goddamn awards here. I don't know if there's a worst wrestler.
No, I kind of feel like this is tantamount to that. Is MJF on there?
Yes, MJF is on there.
What spot?
Let me go back now. Overrated. Here we go.
Overrated.
MJF is number 8.
All right. So there's one more non-WWE person.
Correct. Yes.
I don't know why anybody would think this, but is Mercedes on there?
No.
All right.
No.
All right,
She got what, 8 votes.
Okay.
The top vote getter, Jey Uso, got 323.
Wow.
Punk got 171. Jade got 89.
Is Gunther on there?
No, Gunther's
I wouldn't
not
think
on there.
so, but sometimes
Yeah,
we
yeah,
see it
no,
in our
I-
comments.
yeah.
People are like, I don't see what the deal is about Gunther.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's
yeah.
going to be someone else from AEW on there, yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of a surprising name, to be honest with you, given that he almost became my wrestler of the year. John Moxley.
Mox, yeah.
Mox is on there. And then the other names from the Fed are one Seth Rollins
I almost said Seth.
and Solo Sikoa, who's kind of the evil of WWE.
Kind of, yeah.
I could see that. I could see evil being, or him being
like-
evil.
I always associate overrated with someone who's generally held in high esteem that people are like, no, they're not that great.
Yeah, right. Yeah. This is over. Yeah, this is definitely like who's the Logan Paul
Yeah.
came in at number 11.
Yeah, yeah.
Edge came in at number 12 for some reason.
Barely had any matches last year.
It's kind of random. The rest of Gunther did get 8 votes.
All right.
He
I
was there
worried
with
about that.
Mercedes.
I guess we can go through some of these other categories. Most outstanding wrestler was Takeshita, defeating
Not a surprise.
Bandito
Not
and
a
Kyle
surprise.
Fletcher.
Not a surprise.
Nah,
He
Takeshita
is
had a
terrific.
great year.
He is terrific.
Tag team of the year was the Young Bucks,
Not a surprise.
and then FTR and Brody King and Bandito.
Can we go over most disgusting promotional tactic? Because
Sure,
that's my
I know
favorite
that
one.
I know you. That's one that you are always interested in.
It is. The number one, there's a lot of WWE on here.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
TKO is well represented. Number one is a big return. Can you guess who that return is?
Oh, Brock Lesnar.
It is Brock Lesnar. Overwhelming amount of votes, 260. Next up, WWE's continuing relationship with Saudi Arabia. Number 3, a new entry, their relationship with U.S. leader. I mean, in terms of the word disgusting, given that he soils his pants, his diapers, live on air in front of the press,
Yeah.
maybe that's number 1. I don't know. One person that was able to punch through the TKO domination of this list, an indie, Raja Jackson.
Oh my gosh.
The Raja Jackson incident and promotion advertising him on a show. You remember that?
Did someone advertise him on a show after the incident?
I'm assuming so. That sounds vaguely correct,
All right.
but I don't think we ever talked about it because it was probably kind of a nothing burger. Number 5, Bill Brooks apologizes to Saudi Arabia. Ugh. Number 6, TKO raising prices. Number 7, WWE counter-programming AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8, WWE moving Mania to Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9 is a UFC one. And then number 10, another entry here. This is a sad one, though. Sabu's last match.
Oh yeah.
It says, and background. He was, people blame that last match on his passing.
Yeah.
No, they blame his passing on that last match.
Last match, yeah.
I do love that they have like the previous winners, because this 1981 previous winner, the first in the batch, it's very quaint because it's LaBelle Promotions usage of the monster claiming he was built in a laboratory. It's just a story beat. It's just like, oh, this guy was made in a laboratory, the monster. And it's like, people are like, really? I'm going to buy a ticket to see that guy. I'm like, that sounds very creative, to be honest with you. I like this disgusting promotional tactic in 1982. Bob Backlund as WWF champion. How was that a disgusting promotional tactic? Fake heart attack is in here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this one is legit. 85, the usage of Mike Von Erich's near fatal illness to sell Cotton Bowl tickets by World Class.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it actually does get, number one, there are several Von Erich entries on here.
Yeah.
It does get more and more disgusting going
As
on.
the years go by.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Here for best interview, we got Hangman Adam Page.
Oh, good. That's what we had too.
Yeah, standout year for Hangman in that regard. Promotion of the
Yeah.
year was CMLL. That's interesting, over AEW. Best weekly TV show, of course, Dynamite.
Yeah.
Match of the year was Omega and Gabe Kidd from Wrestle Kingdom.
I know for best weekly show after Dynamite, I think it was CMLL. They came in second.
Yeah.
Apparently, they had a really good year. You want to go over worst match of the year?
Sure.
Take a wild guess what worst match of the year was.
Oh, Cena and Cody.
Cena and Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Minoru Suzuki versus Butterbean. I heard that.
I heard that
was
was really bad.
Yeah. Lesnar versus Cena at WrestlePalooza.
Yeah.
Well
That was
deserved.
trash.
I didn't hear about this one. Maki Ito versus Mickey James.
Where that
Las
happened
Vegas. In Las Vegas, Mania weekend.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Yeah.
Adam Copeland versus John Moxley at Revolution.
Revolution. Yeah, that match wasn't good.
Gunther versus John Cena. Cena's last match.
That's interesting. People really did not like that finish.
No, they did not. Chelsea Green versus Zelina Vega. I think that was
That's
May
the Saturday
24th.
Night's main event one?
Yeah. Women's War Games. And then John Cena versus Dom Mysterio. Oh, really?
Just because it was overbooked?
At War Games. I like that match. I think.
Harley Cameron got most improved. That's awesome.
I like that. Oh, that is awesome. I like Dave has some editorializing on the worst match. He says, the only thing I'll say is Suzuki versus Butterbean was the worst. Cena versus Rhodes was a disappointment for a number of reasons, but it was not even in the same category.
Wow. Wow. Hey, take a wild guess who got best technical wrestler.
Was it Zack Sabre Jr.?
Yeah. He's won.
God,
1,
5
2,
years
3,
in a row?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the last 11 he's won.
Wow. That is
and
not
the other person to win
surprising.
it was Bryan Danielson. The years that Zach didn't win it.
Was Zach champion at Forbidden Door this year? Or last year?
Yeah, that's when he defended against Nigel McGuinness. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I did see a Zach match this year.
Oh, Beast Mortos got most underrated. That's cool.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, who else got most underrated?
So Javon Evans, Commander,
Okay.
Brody King, Ray Phoenix. I think people appreciate what Ray can do. WWE just doesn't use him.
No, yeah, he's most underutilized, yeah.
Mike Bailey.
Okay.
I mean, he's great.
Yeah, he's always showcased in really good
yeah.
matches.
Bandito, Kevin Knight, and then tied Chad Gable and LA Knight.
I did not think I would see an LA Knight
For most
and
underrated
Bandito
wrestler, I
on
know.
the same list, yeah.
I know.
I like this worst feud of the year, and I believe this one, Caster versus Bowens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Boy, they dropped the ball in that one.
Mm-hmm.
We have Cena versus Rhodes, Mox versus Edge. TNA versus NXT was on there for worst feud of the year. Oh, man. At number 6 is Jeff Jarrett versus MJF.
Why is that so low?
That should be number 1 right
Should
there.
be much higher.
Number 8, Aleister Black versus Damian Priest. Hey, there's a little bit of crossover between the Friendos and the Wrestling Observer fans. John Cena versus CM Punk. Punk Life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then number 10 was Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton.
Best gimmick went to Tony Storm. Worst
Yeah,
gimmick went to
that's
heel John Cena.
Take a wild guess who best booker was this year, Larson.
It's probably Tony Khan.
It is Tony Khan. Hold on. I want to see how many years in a row he's won this. Tony Khan, 43, won for the 4th time in 6 years in what was not a close race. Yeah, 655 votes versus Taro Okada. Is that Stardom?
Oh, look at this. 5th place. Deadlock Pro.
Hey, look at that.
That's awesome.
Nice. Look at
That's
that.
so
Anthony Douglas, James Darnell, John Blood. Oh, that's nice.
That's super cool.
Good job, guys.
Anyways, there's tons of categories. So if you're curious about any wrestling award that can potentially be given out, there's probably a category for this in this week's newsletter. So go check it out.
I do love the promoter of CMLL. He's got the best name I've ever seen in my life. Salvador Lutheroth III.
That is a good name.
What a great name.
That's a great name.
Yeah. So anyways.
You want to answer some questions?
Yeah, that was fun. Let's answer some questions. Got a thread up here.
Dylan here says, I've been getting a work friend into wrestling, showed him the last Saturday night's main event and half the Rumble. What's a match each of you would suggest I show him?
John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania.
Well, that's if you want said friend to not watch wrestling ever again.
Ah, shit.
Sasha versus Bailey at TakeOver Brooklyn. That one.
That first one. Yeah. Yeah, that was a really good one.
Yeah, that match is outstanding.
That was awesome.
There's a good question down here. Hermit for Hire asked, do you think Rhodes, McIntyre, and possibly Fatu is locked in for night one, or is there a possibility the lackluster sales so far might inspire creative to try something, quote, fresher?
No, Rhodes is... They see Cody as a draw. I think he is a draw. Mm-hmm. They probably have metrics to back that up.
Oh, yeah.
So Cody Drew is the thing. Like, what else could they, like, Fatu versus Drew? I don't see that. That's like a mid-card world title match right there. Yeah. I love Fatu, don't get me wrong. They just need to spend more time building him up.
Yeah, exactly. Give it another year, then maybe we're talking.
Jesse Halsey says, how cheap would Mania tickets have to be to consider going? I would have two criteria. Number one, the ticket is under $200 for a lower bowl. Number two, it's held at the Orangevale Community Center.
I was going to say they would have to pay us whatever we lose in revenue covering Mania Live for us to go.
That would be the thing too. Yeah. Absolutely.
And then, if that were the case, sure.
Yeah. Road trip would be fun. I don't like to fly. I don't want to fly anywhere.
Yeah.
But also,
that's one thing about Vegas is drivable.
I would need it. Yeah, it is. It is. I would need it.
It's a long drive, but it's drivable.
I would want it walking distance. Bella Vista even. Casa Roble, Orangevale Community Center. Any of those.
Let's see. Eric Oathbreaker says, with the lack of build towards Mania, is this set to be the most meh Mania ever? And what are our thoughts on Paul Levesque's bland booking for a Mania?
There's enough of this ever stuff. Well, this is still, we are
Go
not.
watch some of the Manias in the 90s.
We are not in the new generation era, people. All right. Yeah. So at the very least, it's going to be better than that stuff. It's
going to be better than WrestleMania 13, 9.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
again, I don't want to defend Triple H. That's not what I'm looking to do. But there's some pretty significant injuries that happened to probably derailed a lot of plans.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would understand you think something's a good idea. Maybe you set that plan in action, reconsider, go back to the drawing board, find something else you think is going to help some ticket sales.
How much rehabbing of this situation do you think they're going to do on Unreal? Is he going to claim that these plans have always been in place? Is he going to be like, we've been hit by the injury bug, but then we pivoted?
Well, it's going to be one of two things. It's going to be they're going to address it, talk about the injury bug to a degree, but we settled into plans, and as the plans are they're talking about it, you're going to see the whiteboard back there.
Yeah.
With plans crossed out, more plans crossed out. Or they're not going to talk about it at all.
Yeah, maybe.
Because this is something that's all right, the company is struggling. They're not going to cover that.
Joe the Meme Maker says, with Bad Bunny doing a great job at the halftime show, who are some non-English speaking artists or songs you enjoy? My number one is...
That's a great question.
Well, I got Juan Gabriel, No Tango Dinero. My mom was always a huge Julio Iglesias gal.
Yeah.
She loves him. So I heard a lot of his stuff. But Sigur Rós.
Yeah, that's the first band that came to mind. Yeah.
Oh, boy. If you guys haven't heard Sigur Rós,
go out of your way.
Go out of your way and make sure that you're in a place where you're okay crying.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like a combination of what is it, Nordic lyrics or something like that? And just
sometimes
weird sounds.
They're from Iceland, so sometimes the lyrics are in Icelandic, but sometimes the singer will just sing a melody.
Yeah.
Without words, really.
Right.
So.
And I don't know which one is which, but it's literally what I would think when you get to the pearly gates. Because you got to think that you get to the pearly gates, they're not, like, maybe they'll tailor it specifically for you. You know, maybe it'll be English language. I don't know. But Sigur Rós, if the voices or the language of angels was a real thing, I would expect it to sound like Sigur Rós. And I am not fucking being embellishing
it's not hyperbole.
here. No, it's not. Carlos Diaz wants to know what it would take for Steve to switch to Android.
Apple would have to go out of business, I assume.
Yeah. Like, my thing is this. I'm obviously, y'all understand where we're coming from when it comes to things like bending the knee. And I'm not happy at all with Tim Cook's behavior since January of last year. I will say this, though. It takes a lot. Like, your product has to go really, really into the toilet for me. If I really like your product, I'll deal with a lot of bullshit. The thing about Elon Musk is, like, I can't stand that fucking guy. But also, Twitter used to be decent. And now it's trash. He made it trash. Therefore, I do not use it unless I absolutely have to. I used to enjoy using Twitter. I do not. Because he made it so bad.
1,000%.
Google has done things that, like, philosophically, ethically, morally, whatever, I'm like, I'm not into that. But YouTube is a wonderful platform. I love a lot of what YouTube does. It's a really, really good platform, especially compared to like 99% of the other like video / social media, whatever you want to call it, platforms out there. YouTube is really good at what they do. Yep. And so it would take a lot for me to stop using YouTube. I mean, besides the fact that our entire business is based off of it. Yeah,
basically.
So if your product is really, really good, I will be all about it. And I can look the other way on certain things. It's just, look, it's a fucking awesome product. It is a fucking amazing product. So, yeah, it would probably take, I'm kind of curious what they're going to look like in 5 years.
Yeah.
Because apparently they're really behind the curve on like a lot of the AI stuff. Whether or not that is going to be a game-changing situation for tech, I would imagine it will be. But if they can't buy their way out of that particular conundrum, I don't know what their products are going to be like in 5 years versus other products.
I know there's AI capabilities on this thing. I don't ever use it. No interest.
Yeah.
You want to blind power rank some 90s sitcoms, Steve? 7 of them to be exact?
Yeah, man. There's some gnarly ones and there's some amazing ones out there. So 7, you say?
7, yes.
All right, 7.
All right, first one here. Everywhere you look. It's Full House.
Oh. I don't know how bad this list is going to get. I'm going to put them at 5 because I watched a lot of Full House, but it's not, I don't remember a fucking one funny joke on that show.
Yeah.
No.
All right, next one. Yo Holmes to Bel Air.
Oh, Fresh Prince. I loved Fresh Prince. I thought it was fucking great. I'll put that. Given that we're going like, boy, I don't know. There really is a difference between early 90s and late 90s sitcoms, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's number 3. There's got to be other stuff on here. That, depending on what's on the list, that could be number 1, but yeah, okay. I'll set number 3. I might regret that.
All right, next up, Friends.
I liked Friends. I didn't go crazy over like a lot of people did.
No, I didn't either.
I liked Friends well enough.
I didn't sing anything from the theme. I'll be there for you.
There you go. That was good.
If I remember the theme. I know the theme.
I'll put that at number 2. I really liked Friends back in the day. It doesn't really have much rewatchability, but they had tremendous chemistry.
They did. Next, I'm guessing this will be your number 1. Seinfeld.
Seinfeld's number 1.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Next, Home Improvement.
I actually, some of that's just pretty damn funny. I'll be honest with you. Tim Allen's kind of that dude's been around too long, but Home Improvement's number 4.
God, I hope these left.
I only got 6 and 7 left.
Ooh.
Turns out Full House probably should have been my number 7. So
Next
far the list is great, but I feel like you're about to throw me some good ones.
Yeah, you're going to be upset about this next one. Love and Marriage. Love and Marriage.
Oh, I love Married with Children. Damn it. Yeah, Full House should have been number 7. Dang it. All right, number 6. Number 6.
And then next here, Boy Meets World.
Okay.
Never watched that.
Hey, I don't feel too bad. Honestly, the only change here would have been flipping 5 and 6. Because, dude, I've never seen a single episode of Boy Meets World.
Same.
I think I was kind of too old for that. Yeah, 5 and 6 need to be switched, and that's it. Otherwise, I'm good on the rest of it. I did like Married with Children, though.
Yeah.
Love and Marriage.
Love and Marriage.
All right. Let's see here. What do we got for you to blind power rank? Okay. Would you prefer? Yeah, we'll do this one. Well, hold on a second. Right. What is this? Okay. All right. I like this one. There's actually two. There's 2 on here that I think would be fun to do, but this one would be more fun. This is from Possibly Maddie.
All right.
And this is 8 movies.
8. All right.
Based on which one you would most be okay with being an NPC in.
Okay.
Like existing a background existing in that particular movie situation.
All right.
All right. Ooh. So number 1 being you'd be totally cool being there and you'd have a good time. You're cool with it. 8 being no way you'd want to be there.
Yeah, no chance. Yeah.
No chance. All right. Number 1. Ferris Bueller's Day Off during the parade.
Oh, that looked like it was awesome. Heck yeah. Number 2.
All right. Next up, Transformers, the Michael Bay movies.
Oh man, see all these movies with like large scale destruction and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
It seems awful.
It does.
It's always crazy how in these movies where there's entire cities being leveled.
Yeah.
Like they never address how terrible and awful that is.
Well, economically, there's no way, like a country, like if New York was leveled, the country would fucking go into financial ruin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole idea that, like this giant transforming robot could show up at any point and just like destroy shit.
What an everyday anxiety attack that is.
Yeah, it's 6.
Next up, Avengers Infinity War.
Gosh.
All the way to the end with the snap.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be worse than Transformers. 7. I'm going to be stuck with something awful in the middle of this list. I can tell already.
This next one, 28 Days Later. I'm assuming you're in England because if I'm not mistaken, 28 Days Later never actually... I think that they isolate the island of the United Kingdom.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
You're in California, you're chilling.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it would depend where I'm existing in that particular universe. If it's not in the United Kingdom, seems like I'd be all right. Number 5.
There you go.
But I guess the prospect of it always kind of potentially making his way across the Atlantic and showing up here, you got to consider that. So it can't be high up on the list.
Yeah. Next up, Godzilla. Was his shenanigans centered specifically and exclusively in Japan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, it is just across the Pacific.
I mean, except for the Godzilla productions that were made.
Yeah, right. But let's just go classic.
Okay. I guess 4.
Might want to consider moving further, east, because we're not that far away from the Pacific coast.
4.
Number 6, Sharknado. Shark might fall on you, I think.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Or they like swoop in and.
But also, I would think you'd have to live in a part of the country that's prone to tornadoes for that to even happen.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Which is in the Midwest, and we're not in the Midwest.
No.
All right, Sharknado's 3.
All right.
Gosh, I got 1 and 8 left.
1 and 8.
I should put Ferris Bueller's number 1.
Pacific
That parade
Rim.
looks like a ton of fun.
It does. It really does.
And I'm not even huge on parades.
Yeah, you get to see Matthew Broderick doing the silly dance.
Yeah, he's doing twist and
Take it
shout.
on, baby. Next up, Pacific Rim. Being a mech.
These are all this terrible universes. All so much wanton destruction.
Yeah.
Like, do I have the ingredients to get in a giant mech and fight giant monsters?
Clearly not.
But at the same time, gosh, I should put Infinity War 8 because that's terrible.
Yeah, Infinity War, you just get like either you or your family, like somebody's going to get dithered away.
I guess. All right, I'm going to have stuck with something terrible at 1. Pacific Rim's at 8.
You did good.
Oh,
because at number 1, you've got the Naked Gun. Unless you're a victim of one of the pratfalls that you sometimes see people in the background.
Yeah.
You know, also there's a possibility O.J. Simpson is out there too. But in that universe, O.J. Simpson is like a good, fun cop.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, maybe it's a better universe than this one.
Nah, I didn't do too bad.
You didn't do too bad.
Infinity War, flipping Infinity War in Pacific Rim.
Yeah, you did good. That's kind of all I got over here. I mean, there's another one, but NPR 11, resubmit that power rank. It was
there's another good one here about what is this one? 90s, 80s hits.
Who did
80s
it?
songs. The one Liam. So Liam, resubmit that one for Monday's show.
That one for another one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, we'll do that next time. Anyways, that's going to do it for the show today. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll see you guys around.
Goodbye.